Hey, it's Andreas. I've been investing for over 10 years. In today's video, let's talk about Palantir. Let's talk about what's going on with the insider trading, with the share count, and take a look at the thesis that really has propelled this stock higher over the last few years. So I bought this stock originally on the way down here in 2022. It was about $14 a share. And then, as you can see on the stock graph on the screen, I had to wait for a very long time to be able to see some nice gains in this case. And why is this? Well, if we do a quick history lesson, there was some huge dilution problems for the company here. They went public in 2020. It was about 900 million shares. And then just a short while later, it was more than 100% more in the amount of shares. So about 2 billion shares there. Just huge dilution. Back in the day, there were articles regarding this, calling dilution the biggest problem for Palantir. We don't see that anymore. As you can see, the pace has really slowed down, as with more mature companies. However, we're seeing another problem now, so stay tuned for that one, and I will cover the insider selling part. But as you can see, dilution has slowed down. This is no longer an issue. This is no longer being talked about. However, in the early days here, there was talks about this being some sort of consulting company. This is not truly a software company. Remember when the media talked about that? Some of the OGs will remember. But as I spoke about back then, we saw that the gross margin of almost 80%, it's a clear sign of a software company. That's the only type of company where we're seeing these types of margins. And these margins is indeed what has pushed through in the company. And we're seeing in terms of the earnings per share that it can remain strong. It can grow as revenue grows. Even though we've seen dilution, we can see that earnings per share has been very strong, very stable growth. Remember, there's more than 1 billion more shares in this company, and on a per share basis, they still have a lot better result in profitability now. Boom. Software company. Old thesis debunked. Old media hype speculation regarding this company debunked. What's the current problem for Palantir then? Well, it's the insider activity that's a bit sketchy here in my opinion, and something that I'm looking at right now regarding this company. So we're seeing a number of sells, and in terms of the latest 3 months here, we can see a lot of shares sold and very few shares bought, and it seems to have accelerated as well here. So we can see on the 12-month basis we can see that a lot of the sales has been within the last 3 months here. A big amount of sales. And if we look, we can see that just a few of the transactions are pure sell transactions that are unplanned and that are reported as such. And we can see that a lot of the transactions are automatic sells. And here I think I can add a lot of value for you guys from somebody who has worked in a big tech company. You have the stock plan, and you can sign up for automatic selling within the open trading window. We have open trading window, you're allowed to sell during that period, and then it closes when it's closer to earnings season. But you sign up to that and automatic sells will be executed. So that's what we're seeing here, just signing up on this plan and having automatic sells as a result. It's planned, it's executed on a schedule, but I clicked to page 5 here in the transaction list. That's when we can see that Cohen here is doing some unplanned sells, and they are registered purely as a sell and not an automatic sell. I think that one of the things that we saw in the early days, if I go back to the slide here regarding annual shares outstanding was that the comp plan, it had a lot of the options packages that could be very lucrative in the early days, performance related, and executives were able to cash in on that. And now that they're more mature, you can't have that type of structure anymore. And then we're just seeing that a bunch of executives are wanting to cash out on having built this company for a long time, having invested a lot of time and effort. They've used the option plan, they've vested for years, worked, and now they're starting to cash in on this more. So I think in terms of just human behavior, it's quite reasonable, it's quite a natural thing to do. You can't pay for a new boat with Palantir shares, you have to exchange it for dollars first, so only natural. And my theory regarding the insider selling is that just like with the dilution slowing down, I think that this is just a phase and that we will see insider selling slow down over time as well. And I think that once the liquidity is created in terms of pure dollars, the boats has been bought, the ski hut or whatever it might be has been bought, well, then I think that a lot of the executives will deregister from the automatic selling program, just relax a bit regarding the selling part and sit and hold, just like we've seen some other founders do in larger tech companies. We haven't seen a lot of sales from the Zuck, for example, when he built up. And then I think that way into the future we're gonna see some sort of Bezos style when he's selling now as well to fund his retirement with big yachts, etc. So only very natural, very predictable behavior in this case. And for now we're in a selling period, but I think this will slow down. And I think that there's a huge demand for shares as well, now with the inclusion in the S&P 500, so I don't think that this will affect stock price significantly. We will see earnings being the main driver here. We have earnings coming up here very soon. I'm recording this video on the 26th of October, so we're having earnings very soon. It's gonna be interesting to see just how quickly the earnings per share growth accelerates, if it will be comparable to Tesla, that once they turned profitable they had quite the nice earnings growth. We can see this in the diagram here as well. Very nice year-over-year quarterly growth. Will this continue? Well, then stock price will continue to go higher as well. So we're in an interesting stage for Palantir shareholders. I hope you enjoyed me talking a bit about the insider buying, insider selling, relating it to an old problem, and just talking about the different stages of the company from the management perspective. And as always, I hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.